Might move that light real quick if you would. Yeah, you are first, Slamness. What's going on?
First.
I mean, this went live real quick. Let's see. This is like perfect. Much better. Oh, it's not good. We need to move all those. Too much light. Anyway, here we are in the garage. What's going on, guys? Take a look at the back of the R8. And yeah, so we're in here. We just put on the air-to-water intercooler a second ago. Honestly, that's kind of an easier part. And we don't want to video this anymore just because it's very tedious at this point. So we figured we'd just go live and do it with you guys. So intercooler on, the plate that holds the intercooler on. And now, as you can see down here, the big important part of this thing is missing. So we're going to get the turbos out of the work cart right now and bolt these things up. They're all V-band. Here's, yep, Josh has the oil supply lines right there. That's the oil coming out of the engine. V-band clamp. This is from the exhaust. Wastegate. These are water-cooled teal wastegates, if you remember watching the earliest ones in the build. And yeah, so we've got the diverter valves hooked up. They're right there underneath. And we've got all the vacuum hooked up to that. I think we found almost everything. I cleaned these so much today. There was so much oil and dirt in those intake tubes that come out of the fenders. But let's read the comments real quick. Now you guys know where we're at, and we're going to grab some turbos and start putting them on. Can you guys see? Let me move you a little bit. Sorry. Cool. But you're right in the back of the car. Boom. Yes, we are almost there. We plan on starting it today. We might start it with you guys, depending on if people hang out. So if everyone wants to stay, it could probably be started today. It's so close. So yeah, what's going on, everybody? Dan, thank you. Army Man is here. He's actually not Army Man, Air Force Man. Okay, I'm gonna put this away real quick. There's one thing I need to solve. This used to be the active vacuum line for the active exhaust, but that doesn't exist because we have legit exhaust with the boost machines. So I need to tie this up and get it out of the way. It's on my to-do list here. Really just needs a zip tie, but I'm trying to use the factory clamps to make it disappear. You guys excited to see this thing run, I hope? Yeah, I mean, the turbos aren't really the problem. Sure, they contributed to it blowing up, but there's lots of things that contribute to engine failure. And they're going on no matter what, because it would cost thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars to take them off. And of course, there's no guide, like the factory manual doesn't cover. We've been actually looking at the factory manuals. The Car Ninja's been hooking us up with data, and they honestly don't cover a lot of how this car goes together. So I just need to pull this whole thing out. Maybe just unhook that line if we're not running those things. Because it's not working out the way I want. I think we just get rid of it. Let me grab some gloves. A 1999 Corolla manual. I mean, that sounds cool. Nothing can really go wrong with a Corolla manual. You should totally buy that. I love the first Gen 4 Taurus SHO. My neighbor had one. We took it to high school almost every day, and it was awesome. Manual.
5-speed.
Yeah, you got the manual in the SHO. Has that Yamaha engine. Super cool. Hey, thanks for the super chat, guys. Winged Horse Garage and Stan GR. Thank you guys so much. Where's Jake? I don't know where Jake is. You got a turbo.
0% Jake in the house.
0% Jake.
Jake free.
That's terrible. Man.
No, I do like Jake. I'm a Jake supporter.
Savage.
Just our current status is 0%.
Yeah, and everyone's like, people were asking if I was embarrassed that Tavares got his running first. Do you see this? This is like 100 times more complicated. There's no manual. All we have are my tape labels, and we're depending on that for the whole car running.
I watched his video and I was like feeling bad until I realized he also had to wait like 2 months for parts and stuff.
Oh gosh, this is not the car to work on. If you're into working on cars, do not buy this unless you have everything. Unless you're like underground or somebody that has the parts or makes them themselves. I mean, yeah, we went through the same thing, and it's not easy to work on.
It's not easy. Even just a factory engine swap took them a couple months, and they're pretty complicated.
Yep. All right.
Competent.
Turbo's on. I don't know if you guys saw that. I'm done. I don't know what Josh is doing. Just wasting time. I'm just kidding, bro.
There's some schmoo in here.
So now we have to put these on. These are the elbows that go from the turbos to, they go like that. This might be your side. Kind of looks like it is. Nope, my side. And then we've got a ton of cooling plumbing to do. So, I mean, it might take a bit to get this started because there are 4 connections to every turbo, multiple water connections because we have to go between the turbos and the wastegates and all this fun stuff. HTC J13, thank you so much for your super chat. This is the quarantine car. So
One leg to that.
did you notice we're missing something important? What it does go on pretty much like that. Definitely like that. Oh, the wastegates dump into the exhaust on V-bank clamps. Okay. See, we're just figuring this out as we go. Just figuring it out. Yeah, thank you guys so much for the 200K. We are like bought another car. You guys are gonna like it for the 200K. It's something I've always wanted. V-bank clamps. These things are so hard to get on. Sorry, quick little break while we get these things together. Because you got to work it over the 2 flanges. Sound like you got close over there.
I did. I got my finger in there though.
This one's fighting too.
I didn't want to scream on a live stream.
Did you pinch it?
I did.
Ah,
Didn't feel good.
this one's like half in the clamp and half out. Probably because I need to clock the turbo.
That's pretty optimistic. It's half in.
It's not half out, I guarantee you that.
I'm not a half out kind of guy. What are you saying?
I think this cooling line here is screwing me over. There we go. That's better. Oh, oil's coming out of the turbo.
Saw that. How's color going?
Huh.
I'm gonna get crazy with those. I feel like that's tight enough.
Yeah, and I think might have to move a lot.
Yeah, so I have to clock the other one.
The other one.
The big V-band.
Oh.
May have to rotate it like a degree or two.
You know, I thought it was really close.
It went.
Yeah. Okay, here's your tube. Boost tube.
Let me clamp this down first.
This part is actually really hard. We got to do it all at once.
Oh, I see that.
Okay. Going in. This is too tight. Oh, God. Gosh. Okay, that needs loosened.
I feel like Rob.
That's just too tight.
I feel like you're Rob Schneider. You can do it. You can do it.
All right, I'll let you loosen that a little bit. I see you have the correct wrench for the loosening. Woo! Okay, one turbo mostly on.
Yeah, as soon as we get this done, we get to do it all over again.
Yeah. The bottom of this thing's coming apart now. Okay, top's on.
Oh, so I use my knee to hold the turbo in place.
You know, the exhaust like moves all this a lot too, so we'll be fighting no matter what. That was a lot of work. Yeah, 20 plus for a new engine. What are you talking about? A cast iron bathtub with an LS is your dream car? That sounds awesome, actually. You should definitely do that. This is not Nardo gray or primer. This is wrapped in like concrete white. Nardo gray is like a darkish silver kind of, you know? But this is, it looks really white when it's outside, but it's definitely not gray. Off-white. Catherine, thank you so much for your super chat. How's Canada? Everyone's saying Fiero. I had a Fiero. Yeah, we gotta put the turbos back on. We don't have any options. The gloves are Gorilla Grip. We found these at Home Depot. It was like $15 for a box full of them, and we had to. It was so great. Tavares' already build is long done, and it's been back with the new owner for a while now. So yeah, I would say he'd get his done first. Jump another Cavalier. I don't know about jumping any more Cavaliers. It takes a lot to jump a car. It's a lot harder than you'd imagine to go out and do that. I paid 55 grand for this car. I've got about 80 in it now. So I'm going to try to sell it for 80 when I go to sell it. Yeah, I know. We're trying to get a real like shop with some lifts, like something with like 3 lifts in a row. If we had the Tavares shop, be doing work. This shop's perfect. You go? No way. Not my thing. Not my thing. All right. Here's the other boost tube. We should have like lubricated these or something. They are not going on. Oh, I was like, we'll just start it, but it's that Dodge Charger outside. Not mine. Sounded good. All right, cool. Now we got both boost tubes to the intercooler from the turbos. If you guys are keeping track over here, Josh is cranking these clamps down because they all take like 100 turns. We should probably be using an impact on them. You can't really crush them because they're like it's like the best clamp you can get. What happened? Something fall? Or did it? Is it all on? It's mostly on. Did you see that this one tried to pull out? It pulled out quite a bit. And I have to like loosen those both and give it a little turn. Let me get this for you. 2 seconds, guys. We got to switch to some power. Will I risk Lil Uzi? Nah. I won't do it. So I was pretty worried we weren't going to be able to get this out of the garage because I got a new roof. Oh, it's not a 10? 11? 12? 11. Ah. In between. Strict to those. There we go. Now we can do some work. Okay.
So that's all just the elbows like all the way to here. They're touching.
Oh, okay. We might be able to slide the coupler.
Trying. I think it's just good the way it was.
Sorted? I don't know, but we could drive this car today if we wanted to. Yeah, so I was saying I didn't think we were gonna be able to get it out because I got a new roof, and they parked their trash trailer for all the shingles right behind this. I was like, well, what are we gonna do now? But they came and got it this morning, so I was kind of giving up on this for the weekend, but now we can move it. So I'm kind of excited about that. LS swap a DeLorean? Nah, I don't want to do it. Electric swap a DeLorean. If you guys watched my SEMA video, there was a DeLorean in there with a Chevy Volt drivetrain in it, and it was amazing. Super cool.
I sent you the link to that guy building the LS engines with the electric.
Yeah, oh yeah. The electric. It was like a Chevy 350 with an LS, wasn't it?
Okay, yeah.
Or a Chevy 350 with the motor in it. That was really cool. Really cool.
It had a belt-driven alternator on the front.
Yeah.
To run the 12-volt system.
Instead of using a converter like you should have,
Yeah.
a DC to DC. All right, we have here the Volt or the Prius. The Volt. I don't know. That's the Prius guy.
Prius man.
Prius man. Okay, we have here upper exhaust hanger.
That's so much faster.
Oh, it's so much faster. Those clamps have like 1,000 turns each of them. Too much. Where's the upper exhaust go? Been a while since I took the exhaust out of this car.
That's fine. That tube goes way up in there. Oh, lower. Elbow.
Yeah.
That's good.
Okay. Send it. No leaks. No boost leaks. All right. As you can see now, we have all of these lines stuck out. There's impact noise there.
Every time I'm trying to talk, I'm going to do it.
This must be oil return, so we need to run it across the transmission. Heat shrink's coming off these guys over here. I'm going to tape up this AN line real quick.
Whew, worked up a sweat.
Oh, yeah. Knock down all the tools too.
Fit of rage.
Hit a fit of rage. Rage. Oh yeah, this works as good as that heat shrink they put on here. Yeah, so that one was fighting a little bit. I needed to open the clamp up more was my thing. Where's the, you got the impacts?
To my right, on the floor.
You can keep it then.
Cool.
You want me to hold this? There. You might clock that in further. There, yeah. Perfect. The exhaust, I think we might have to clock it like that. Because the exhaust comes right up to it and there's more V-bank lamps that have to go on. Might have to turn it a little bit. And then these oil lines here. This one goes here. After we loosen it. Oh no. It barely moves. So that goes there. And then this one here goes underneath the wastegate and over to you. Getting stuff done over there. Boost Leak boys. We're trying to be the boosted boys, not Boost Leak boys.
Got that croissant.
Croissant.
You croissant me?
Yeah, where'd it go though? Found it. This is an AN line spec wrench. Don't look at this part. It's the exact tool you're supposed to use when you're putting AN lines on the oil. So that might break off the frame if you're aggressive with her.
You know me.
Yeah, I know.
I only got one setting.
I only run aggressive. Okay. We got jets that regulate the oil supply coming out of the engine here. So I'm going to go grab those. They're taped up and taken care of. Label your stuff. Turbo oil supply. I'm going to open these up. Motorcycle content in the works? I don't know. I just go ride my bike now. And the problem is, I'd love to make more motorcycle content, but my camera mount for the Sony that goes on my helmet just fell off, and it uses some like custom adhesive that, yeah, I don't have it. I was reading that comment about Tyler's Typhoon, but his Typhoon is long gone, guys. Long gone. Sold that thing when I posted on Instagram 2 months ago, basically. These turbos are precision modified Garretts. Yes. They're all ready to go again. Checked out. Everything seems good. But yeah, they were custom spec'd precision modified Garretts. Same custom adhesive as that BMW mirror. That takes so long to do. Oh man. So long. So yeah, these are just nitrous jets from like Nitrous Express. They are, okay, these are actually the Holley ones, and they're O2Os. It's tough to see. I don't know if you guys can see this. I'm gonna try. You guys see that hole in that thing? You can see the hole. So tiny. So 0.020 inch. That's what regulates the oil going into these turbos out of the engine. Yep, Typhoon's been gone for a while. We're getting back to the rolls soon or so. we do have a plan for the rolls. I kind of want to get rid of the 9-inch that I bought and go to an 8.8 from the Mustang. Yeah, we might hear noise today. We are ready. Everything electronic is now hooked up, which means it's time for the battery to get hooked up. Hey, William Stevens, thank you for the super chat. Do I want to buy an 03 Cadillac DTS? Nah. I actually, like, it might be fun, but I don't know. Probably not. Just because we bought another car just now. And there's no more room here in the driveway. If we open the door and like turn the laptop around, there's a lot of cars. Too many cars in one driveway. Okay. I like how this is now obvious where these go.
Kind of.
Pretty, not those, but the oil supplies. Driver oil supply, which goes in this nitrous jet right here.
So there's a turbo cooling line here.
Turbo cool oil. So I don't think it actually matters which side, but that is cool. The oil is right here and the oil out is right here. So I think either direction works, but the hoses only sit in there. Because it's clear it's just a block, you know. In and out's not a thing. There's no check valve. Test this. This is how you test these jets. Tested. Checked out. Okay, here goes the other jet. It looks like it might leak around it a little bit. I'm going to clean that up with my fingernail. A little bit of dirt where the AN fitting was sitting. No, I don't think that the turn signal vinyl wrap is a big deal on the mirrors. It came like that, and it doesn't really matter at all because there's real turn signals. The mirrors are just extra. And all the yellow accents came on the car. I didn't do anything with this car yet. It's because I've never driven it. But we might drive it today. Sorry, there's a little bit of dirt in there. I don't like it. Better now.
It's got a filter. It's got a grab.
Oil filter, clean that up. No big deal. Okay. We're going to need to route these a little bit better, I think. And there's a chance that it went like this. Even though I don't love this routing. But it looks right. Oil supply. That's pretty good. I don't like that it's right beside the exhaust. Maybe we should reroute this. I think a lot of our routing's better than the last guys that put this turbo kit on. Because we have a lot of extra length in some of these lines because we took our time and made sure everything was going to be really nice. And it's kind of caused some issues here. We have longer lines than we should. There we go. That's better. It's kind of away from the exhaust, and I want to zip tie a loop into that. Or at least zip tie away from everything else.
That one is blinding the laptop.
How's that? You guys see a little better? Probably. There we go. Okay. So we have a line here which goes to what? That must go all the way over here or something.
Light oil.
So these don't go together, they cross, right? Because one's supply and one's return. So that one says like turbo driver, turbo coolant, and then this one should say, it says lap. Okay, let me unwrap this label. Passenger turbo coolant. Okay.
Driver turbo coolant.
So I guess this one goes here.
Where's your pass? Turbo coolant.
And driver turbo coolant. Okay, so this goes under to you somehow. I think we might need to extend that line a little bit because this goes all the way up here. But it also, like, it could just go right here, which makes sense because the wastegates need coolant too, and that needs coolant too. So there's a chance that it just went like that. Because one, like this all has to interconnect right there. It's a puzzle. Where's Gabe? He's actually mowing right outside the garage right now. He's mowing the neighbor's yard. The neighbors between Gabe and I. I'll keep this car until I can sell it. That's basically the plan. Yeah, I like how you post that like 100 times. Here, let me see. There's a super chat. Sorry, I missed it. Danny Manning. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for your super chat. Hopefully you're enjoying the R8 action.
Does this work?
Does Tyler still have the Pro yet? I actually don't know. That looks right. That's pretty. Driver, turbo, coolant. Kind of makes sense.
It goes to the passenger side. Well, that's important, but it definitely maps correctly.
Yeah, so just make sure we have like a complete circle, right? Yep, holding.
Little block.
Whole block. This, I like how the wastegates say driver. I didn't label these. Huh? I didn't label these as well. I didn't know what needed to come off or what. Fix it, Philip. Thank you so much. Sorry, auto repair channel. How's Hawaii? I hope Hawaii's awesome. If I give you any advice, is don't go buy a twin turbo Audi R8. Maybe buy an NA one, and then you could work on that. That's a pretty nice car to work on. If you don't have all this stuff, it's a pretty nice car to work on. So I actually kind of think these engines might die at 150. The V10s don't. The R8s do for sure. For sure. The V10 is quite a bit better.
This is cool. How does it sound?
Yeah, that one says driver turbo coolant, which is confusing. I've got pictures. We got to pull out my phone. Luckily, while we were making the original videos with this car, I took pictures incessantly. And I know I have pictures of how all of this stuff writes. So, routes. So give me a couple seconds here and I'll find our routing. Here we go. This should answer some questions. Out of that T, here.
I feel like this one maps here better.
This definitely does not. Nothing out of that T seems to cross. Oh, whatever does is, I think you're right. You see that one coming out of that T?
It goes up over the top.
It goes over the top.
Then I go to the close side.
Okay.
Which is
So whatever's over here is, there's a really nasty looking fitting that goes into this turbo right here. And it's definitely sheathed. This one should look like garbage on the end of it. Where's it at? Does that one look like garbage? That's it. That definitely goes here. So it routed over and then into there. You guys see what we're talking about? If you look at that, you can't see it, but it's all like corroded. And it matches that fitting. So we never did this, and we're not expecting a different result. And there's no way to take the turbos off. Everyone just keeps going on and on with like the turbos have to come off, but there's no way they can come off. It would cost so many thousands of dollars, and we're pretty sure it can't be retuned without going to like North Carolina. So we're just going to put them on and turn the boost down. So we're doing something completely different, and we're doing it better. There's no insanity with this. It's well thought out. Okay, and you should have a very black. This is the driver coolant exit on the, passenger coolant exit. Yeah, we think we're probably going to start it today. I forgot what these turbos are. Hefner told me what they were, but I paid $55,000 for the car. No sawzalls involved with this build in any way. No, we did not gap the rings. You can't take this engine apart without it costing you about $10,000. Like that's literally what it costs to re-gasket and redo the timing set. Obviously, this one has a good timing set. The other one does not. So the reason we never took that engine apart was because I was up to like $15,000 in trying to rebuild that engine. So and nobody takes this engine apart. We're not going to gap the rings. Everyone that's ever built these things, they just send it as is. It's the only way it can be done. I have talked to other people about tearing the engine down, and there's one guy that has done a full engine build on a V8. It cost him $40,000. I talked about it in another video, and it blew up shortly after. So you just do this. There's no other answers. Like you just have to get it done. Yeah, there's no point in doing it without the turbos. The turbos make the car worth like 80 grand, and without them, it's worth like 50. So we're absolutely putting them on. It's just simple. It only took 6 months to get the car back on the road too. I'm gonna probably list the car for 85. Whenever after it's broken in, we'll break it in. Oh yeah, the Trailblazer engine's back in. Of course, that video will be coming soon. Josh is very happy now.
Waiting on the tuner.
Yeah.
Open schedule, really.
Yep. So we have that video actually ready, and there we go. Coolant routing. Boom. We probably need to check all the 8 fittings, and then the turbo feeds have not been checked yet, have they? All of them.
Everything just kind of loosely installed.
Yeah. It looks like it's all good though.
I was checking the routing. It looks nice and tight.
Yep, I like it.
This could go maybe behind the tank.
Yeah.
But, or between the fittings.
You know what that's called? What is it? This fitting does not want to start. It's good. There it goes. I thought it doesn't want to start. Hands are too oily. Lars, thank you so much for the super chat. Robbie, thank you so much for your super chat too. Yeah, and no one's gonna ask about the Audi anymore. Isn't that gonna be funny? I'm gonna put a zip tie in there too. The oil lines run dangerously close to the shifter cables, and the last thing we want is shifter cables touching the oil line. Hang on. Guys, I have a feeling I'll keep this car for 6 months for sure, because there's basically no way to sell supercars right now. There's no market at all. So I don't think it's going anywhere, but it will be for sale the whole time. So it's for sale now if you want to buy it. This diverter valve is the home for all lines. Lost my wire cutters. Man, that looks awesome. So if you guys can't see this, I'm sure you can. Both turbos are on. Everything is hooked up. Now we just need to tighten down all the lines, which is a lot of fun. We got to get all the tape off all of these lines. I don't want to buy R32. I want to buy R34. That's my baby. I know everyone says the R34 is not the real GTR, but it's the realest GTR. Why would I lower the price by 20 grand? That's like that's less than I have in it. 85 is what I have in the car.
I'm prepared to offer you $1,200 today.
Deal or no deal?
I got a little bit of extra spending cash. Thanks to the government.
Masking tape on all these lines. Get them off here. Heck yeah. That's a little annoying, isn't it? It's like twice as long as it should be.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I think they're all tight.
that's that. All the beginning tanks too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we need to move these two. That was the thing. Because now we're ready for the exhaust.
I think they're
We are ready for the
try
exhaust.
first.
Josh, thank you so much for your super chat. And yeah, it's literally like the same thing all the time. Are you going to take the turbos off? And just like things that I've answered in so many videos too.
Let's try to fit the exhaust and see where we have to clock this.
Yes, sir. Here you go. We have to put the mounts on for the exhaust, and that means we have to put the sway bar on. So it's probably time for the sway bar. Here you go.
Patrick sway bar.
Patrick sway bar. Then again, I forgot how this goes. But about like that.
That clock is fun.
Yeah, that we actually had this all nailed. I looked at the pictures and we really did on.
Right,
So
these speed things are good.
oh yeah, you're right. You're right. We can actually tighten the exhaust clamps. Cool. All right.
That
So
muffler looks like it came off of like a GSXR 600.
it's a sport bike exhaust for sure.
So tight.
I wish it didn't have cats, so we should throw flames. That would have been the best. All right, sway bar time. Coming out. So these go on first. One goes on each side, and then the exhaust mounts to these. Yes, it goes right there. Exactly.
Okay.
And it's like in the way of everything, so we had to get all this done first. It's kind of
Sway bar mount, sway bar, exhaust mount, exhaust.
yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So let me grab the sway bar over here. This is honestly like the last thing that needed to be done for us to drive it. And then I realized that had to be done before the exhaust could go on too. So let me get all the spider webs off this. I mean, it's perfectly clean because it's only been apart for a couple days.
Yeah. Well, last week.
Yeah. We just took it apart, remember?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, there's no dirt on this. Okay, this goes, you gotta move this, gotta move that, gotta move that. Your side might have to go down or something. There. Nailed it. Okay, that lines up pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Bolt me.
Man, we're missing something with the exhaust bolts. I know the bumper is part of the exhaust bolts, and then that's part of the exhaust. I think there might be it hangs right here or something is what's happening.
The exhaust.
All right, we figured it out. Exhaust support rubber, yes. Yeah. So the exhaust clamps go right here. The sway bar mounts go right here, and we're basically just about there. I would do this again any day of the week without the turbos, no question. I actually think the Aventador is probably the greatest car ever. I'd like to have an Aventador after this. I love the single clutch. I love the drama. I love how horrible the Aventador is. It's very much a true, like, engaging car. There's torque marks. Which one goes where? These are equal, so send it. A lot of people are asking why we did this, kind of to prove that you don't need anything to do this. Like, we did this in my garage with no manual for the most part, and just labeling everything. It might have taken twice as long because we labeled every single connector, every single wire on this car. And it was not, I wouldn't call it easy, but we got it done like we would work on any other car. No difference. Like, we worked on this in the same way you would a Honda, you know, with a little bit more care. No, it's not that I don't like manuals. It's that you can literally do it without a manual. You can do anything as long as you just work on the car. Okay, so this rotates and it goes on the outside. There you go. And then Bolt that guy through. Which way did you put your bolt?
Put the nut on the inside.
That's what I did. It seemed ideal.
Idealish.
What triple square is that?
That looks like the big guy.
Okay, I got the two medium big, almost all the way big. It's medium. Yeah, you got a 13?
Oh, come on. I'll have this one in before we get back.
No, you won't. Give me them back. Reagan, thank you so much for the super chat. And yeah, it's going to make the choo-choo noises. These things sound incredible. They sound so good. How much would it, if you want to ride in this car, just get with me. I don't know about driving it. I'm probably not going to let anyone else drive it. Secondary Josh has arrived. Secondary Josh is here. Woo, welcome. Primary Josh says welcome. Secondary Josh, we were going to bring you the car yesterday, but we just didn't end up starting it yesterday because my driveway was blocked. This is a 2008 R8 V8. Cool. Now we're ready for an exhaust after the hangers go on, huh?
Yeah.
Spacer, mount, washer, bolt. So there's a spacer on every one of those guys.
Spacer goes underneath.
Oh, do you have 3 spacers?
No, 2 spacers and 1 bolt.
I have
You hosed me.
1 spacer. The spacer goes like that, yeah. For sure. For sure. So here's the deal. I have the other bolt. We might have to go find 1 more bolt. Yep. Well, we're not messing up. This is just how you work on cars, guys. There's no messing up when you work on cars. You just get it fixed. That's all there is to it. It is basically straight piped, right? The turbos are really it. Yeah, we could start the car now. Yeah, we're going to turn it back down, though. Taco Bell has never hit me up. They haven't even hit us up about the boosted board thing. Have not. Sweet. Okay. Somehow.
Is that the bolt and miscellaneous bag?
Ooh, what is the bolt and miscellaneous? It's not this.
It looks like it.
It's not. Way smaller. Well, we can put this on with the way it is. Yep. We're gonna put the exhaust on. It's time. The time has come. Here's the hood release. And then we'll run out of good parts. Okay. This thing's super heavy. Brett, thank you so much for your super chat. Cool. We're fitting the waist seats. There we go. Okay, at least it's sitting on the frame. Let me loosen these.
Lower bolt in.
I'll get this off. There's one. Here goes the other one. Lower bolt out.
There's the outside. That was the hanger.
Boom, mounted. The exhaust is hung. Now we need to go through and get this V-band clamp on and the wastegate V-band clamp.
That's quite a ways though.
Yeah, how's yours? Mine's not with a little bit of love that's going on. It needs pulled together. And then the wastegates, I have flex pipes, so they'll move a little bit. Just like that. There's one. These are really cool V-Bang clamps. Check that out.
Got an 11mm socket.
We do have 11 over here. It's right here. There you go. Move this up.
Trying to.
I got you. My side's done. I'm just playing. That didn't line up as well as I wanted. It's not pulling it back together. All right, come back over here for a minute. I've been pulled over like a million times. I have a whole file folder full of tickets. I don't know anyone that hasn't been pulled over. Yeah, we might be able to start it in a minute. Snyder? Sorry, I had to sneeze. I just answered the pulled over ticket. Justin's about to get banned from chat. About to get banned from chat. It's hard to get banned from anything on mine. I don't ever delete or ban anybody. Usually for speeding, random things. Like when I was a kid, I lived in a much smaller town, and they would pull me over for things like tag lights all the time because I had like an LED tag light that changed colors. I loved it. It's 7 colors and it would fade through it. They'd be like, you don't have a tag light. And I'd be like, oh yeah, I do. And then they'd go pull me over for that nonsense. Good times. First job to O'Reilly sounds good, but it's going to be to Ace Hardware to get the missing bolt for this thing. Tavares and I talk about it all the time. He's been watching the videos, like keeping up with the progress and answering a lot of questions for me about stuff. So it's been awesome because I'm really glad he had a V8 car too, and we were able to talk about everything. I might make a members section for the channel. Thank you so much for your super chat, Steven. Thank you so much. You just found an R8 sitting in your neighbor's driveway. Somebody sent me an email the other day and was like, you can have this V10 that's broken for free. And I was like, this is clearly fake. If you were gonna craft an email like that, you might say something better than like, here's a free R8. What do you think?
Is it the Prince of Nigeria?
It was probably the Prince of Nigeria.
Give you some money?
All I have to do is go get the free R8, and then I have to fix it, and then I'll get a Bugatti for free, and he gets the R8 back. That's how that works.
Oh, I forgot something.
Let's talk about it. Like it? Cool. I don't want to break another one. We found out these clamps are $133 each. And that was a terrible thing to find out. I got one for 45 bucks that is going to work just fine, but it's a little trickier. Okay, this one is close. Very close. Yeah, it's the same deal. It just needs to push together just a little bit. You can actually see it's only like a centimeter apart.
You got to pull the turbos to push these.
Exactly. So I think that it's wider right here. What do you think?
I can't see from the side.
Go ahead. Do a C. I should just pull the clamp back off. It'll make life easy. Or we can take away the gap. And then we need a tiny Allen wrench to finish the other one up. It's really not far. It's just off by like right there, just a tiny little bit.
So my turbo needs to come.
Yeah.
Clock out.
If you want to pull.
You can like loosen that clamp.
Okay. She loose.
Pull on the turby.
Turbs. I guess we'll find out real fast if it doesn't seal. We'll find out real fast. That'll leak everywhere. That's it. A turbo system. We can put these bolts in the exhaust now. Did you have the right size for that? You do for the for these.
I'm really laying down here and got all the
I saw you had all of them in there.
all the sizes.
Okay. Hit me with some sizes. Oh, you're trying to get the weight kit?
Yeah.
It's pretty tricky, but it bends.
This one's really far off.
This is a 11/16. It'll move.
No. I have to reclock the V-band up there.
All right. I'm with it. Nervous. These are inch agadagos, not metric agadagos. The Take on S Turbo is amazing. This Thomas Byrne guy is totally getting banned. Don't need to be blowing up your feed with the same thing over and over.
Do you have a 11 mil wrench?
An 11 mil wrench?
Yeah.
It's got to be in the toolbox. Otherwise, it'd be right here.
It's gone.
We got 10, 8. It didn't go far. Let's put some oil in this thing. See if things leak. 8100 XS going in. I should take a picture of this. Putting the super oil in the R8. You want the other 11, the non-ratcheting? I don't know where that thing could have gone. This oil's awesome because it has like a built-in funnel. Liquid Ice Squad. Okay. This is our leak test. Oh, it has the inner. I thought it only had one cap on it. It tricked me and put 2. This thing takes 11 quarts of oil, which is absolutely wild. Are you trying to die over there? About to get a full 5-liter bottle in here. And then we'll see if there's any oil coming out of the bottom of the engine or anything that matters. How is this that hard?
13 ratchet wrench.
You have 13 ratchet wrench. Kidding. 13 ratchet wrench. I think this is the Allen for this guy. Nope, where's the other Allen? Can't get a Pontiac to run. What Pontiac is that? Your Fiero? Yeah, 11 quarts is crazy. Yeah. It's about 10.6 without the turbos. So obviously we'll fill it to 11 and then keep checking it. Ready? You want me to pull? Or need to stick the plant?
I can't even get it close.
And that one's loose. That's the problem, isn't it?
Let me see. I don't want to go too far.
Right, we can't get it off. Yep, I'm with you. I think this is an 8. It is an 8. Tightening down the wastegate V-band clamp here. That really cool one. Really hard to access it. All right, that one's basically tight. Post clamp down. Clamp down. I was trying to throw that to see how far it would go. Now, how would we be done yet? This is gonna take a little bit. This car is a brand new battery. I put it in right when I got it, and it's been on the battery tender ever since. I can do that here, if that helps. It's getting really close.
You can't move the exhaust.
Up and down a little bit. It's definitely not in and out. So, yeah.
The turbo. Python. Multitude.
There, it's really there. It like, nice.
The standard's still a quarter of an inch off.
I'll try to slap this thing on there maybe. And then up, if it'll go up.
Pretty close right here. No, it's too far. No.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Oh, it didn't capture the bottom.
No.
I see. I see.
Try that again.
Okay, I've got the bottom hooked. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't make sense how far off that is.
We'll grab it.
Oh, and try to squeeze it. Clamp my brake. Okay. Up here, I think I can pull a little bit. It's gonna pull the car down. What on earth?
The whole everything just needs to rotate.
Well, which way? That is definitely the. But it won't move on the back. What if we stick a pry bar in there to give us a little turning? You nailed it. It went right in. But like, you got that done. Now it just has to go like that, which there's no way to do. We just have to like send that. You definitely have that. So let's put the clamp on it. Clamp time. Here we go. There is no oil under the car. Somebody said the cover. Nailed it. Hold on.
Big gap.
Yeah.
It's gonna go up.
Okay. What's up? The back of that plank's not in at all, so like it won't crank. And if you try to crush it. I can't see anything anymore. But I do think the tank's gonna explode. Yeah, so this isn't even all at all. We need a way to bring it together a little bit. Like vice grips. That's the move for sure. You do that at the same time?
What you need to do is get something sticking in here to prop up.
I can put a pry bar in there, or this ridge. Pry bar. Okay. And if you can bring it together, then the clamp will snap on, won't it? Coming up, coming up, coming up. It hooked, didn't it?
Keep pressure on. Did not keep pressure on.
Pushed as hard as I could. It started bending things. Ready?
Push up.
Up. There it is. It's hooked.
Don't breathe.
Not breathing.
I hear you breathing.
I'm trying to bounce.
Bounce.
Okay. This is the last thing. Yep, it's right here. And then an 8 to back it up. If you put the scroll in, it locks the clamp. We should get that on the drill. That is the end of that bottle. 8.
The 2-man V-band clamp.
Yeah, at least. I wonder how they did this before. Lots of stretching or something. All right, I can probably let off, right?
Yeah.
Seems like it's on there. Sweet. Okay, finishing the oil fill, and that should be the end of the turbo system hookup.
Get your side of it.
Yeah, it's on. Yeah. Here goes the next one. Josh is a Prius man now.
Darn right.
Somebody said we're doing it all wrong, which is absolute proof they've never done it before in their life. Yeah. Another gallon of oil. That thing will probably vibrate a little bit and then line up better. A little bit of heat. All right. I don't know. There's just a lot of car guys in Kansas. There's nothing else here. There's no amusement parks or anything else, you know. It's just a
flat, long roads.
There's nothing in Kansas except for cars. Of course, Josh can drive the car.
Cars and cows.
It will be a very cold start. It'll be the first time ever. It'll be the only 0-mile twin turbo car ever in the US. 0 mile on the engine. Usually they have like 50 miles on them before they get the turbos. All right, now we're down to coolant as soon as this oil's done. fun, huh? There it goes. Nice. Went right on. Hold on. It captured the clamp. The clamp made it like spun out of its hole. Cool. Oil filled. I don't know about a Miata build. I might actually sell my Miata. I haven't seen it in like a year. I love that car, but sweet oil. How'd you clean out the oily turbo? With new oil and carefully. The answer is carefully. I don't think there's any more oil in either of these. Sweet. So, cooling. It didn't hit the ground. Tool down.
Your car's got a screwdriver.
Oh no, it's over now.
That is going to be the fastest screwdriver in the world.
Craftsman, definitely the fastest craftsman. I'm gonna move all these tools so we don't eat any screwdrivers. Sorry. Whoop, sorry.
You need that 11. There's a couple of clamps you need to tighten.
Yep. 11. Boost leak eliminator right here. Couple hits. Isn't that the 11?
Yeah.
You want to use this?
Nah, I'm on manual.
Yeah, right.
I grew up in manual labor.
Yeah, right. Okay, 11/16 is what we need on this guy. Oh, that's an 11/16, isn't it?
Didn't work. No.
New.
No way, man.
Taking it down a notch. Here we go. Sorry, that's loud. Cool.
Still working on a V-bank now.
You're good. I didn't even see that bottom bolt. Otherwise, I would have tried to reach it.
Yeah, put it in yet.
Oh, okay.
Let's give myself some flexibility.
Do that. They're both like 3 inches long. Done. Sweet. Those are all the exhausts, the mounting bolts for the most part.
You have a wrench for this one?
Which one?
Ratcheting wrench.
Oh, yep.
Oil lines in the way.
That ratchet wrench is the one that's missing. Here you go. Found it.
That's an inline wrench.
That is the A-in wrench. Oh, I'm covered in like fiberglass from the exhaust now. It's definitely. That's the right size. Unless you have a different bolt.
Never mind.
What I just used. That's on the impact. Weird. Works fine. We're not gonna wrap this car. It's already wrapped. This is a wrap. The engine sounds like an impact. It sure does. It absolutely does. Thanks, Winghorse Garage. This is absolutely 0 miles. This engine was shipped out of a crate, like put in a crate in Germany and shipped here. And it was like the one new one. Exhaust. It's exhaust.
Dang.
No, we're not gonna do that.
Oh, come on.
No bad jokes. Okay, all the tools. Now we just need coolant. So, who's that? Is that Gabe?
On the side of the house?
Who is that? Oh, go in the front of the house. Oh, my robot's acting weird. Just leave it.
Come to the mailbox.
That's fine. I'm not worried. I got my robot lawnmower, and apparently it's like hitting my mailbox.
Doesn't panic in the neighborhood.
It's out there slamming into things, eating cars. It wasn't Gabe. It was my other neighbor. Because I've driven the S2000, and it was not much more than we are. The S2000 is fine. So. This is 10? Okay. I'm going to hook the battery up real quick. I definitely got a robot lawnmower. I didn't want to mess with that thing anymore. But there you are.
You can run out of my place and get that vacuum.
Yeah, but we need to go to O'Reilly's and get like
10 gallons.
10 gallons of coolant. Ugh. So what do you think about just starting it? I don't know.
You don't need coolant just to fire it up for the internet.
You know what I'm saying, bro.
Maybe they should vote on it.
You see the power come on? Oh, God.
No?
It's on.
Oh. Said the power's on.
The power is on, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. If I could get the ratchet wrench to ratchet. There we go. You want to see the cool part? Yeah!
Hit the start button.
Okay. Should we though? Should we? Okay, battery's all covered back up. Well, should be.
Yep. Some dash lights are on.
I hate to do this and not be recording it. I guess the live is like the only version of this that will exist. Everything good?
I think so. I mean, cycle the keys, see if we have any fuel leaks.
We'll definitely do that part.
A standard first start checklist. Sounds like old dial-up modem.
We should turn the radio off.
Wow, those throttle bodies, stepper motors that are squealing.
It must be, and apparently every light's on. This thing is, I thought we had it all, but this must be an issue. So we got a suspension light, no coolant, a light failure, which makes sense. Traction control check engine, which makes check engine makes sense. It's really upset about that coolant. It actually has an animation of cooling lines. It's really cool. It says coolant and it's like in the water.
It's a Mirage.
Ooh.
What?
I was thinking that we need to fill this thing too. Because we do need to fill the intercooler cooling.
No, so you don't burn the pump up.
Yeah.
Dry. Yeah.
Here's one more we don't see any fuel leaks, right?
No.
Listen to super loud beeps. Service due. Uh-oh. Now she's mad. I'm gonna have to clear a lot of codes. The tag light's out. First time the ignition's been on in a year. The radio definitely works. This thing's amazing. Like, it's got a killer radio with the BMS. Well, what do you think? Do it real quick?
Start it?
Yeah.
It's not gonna hurt anything.
Not for 10 seconds.
Intercooler pump can run for a couple seconds.
Yeah, yeah. We should get the camera.
And I think everybody wants to see it, am I right? I know I do. Been rich on this thing for like 2 months. Okay, a couple weeks.
We're gonna do it. Now we have a camera, we've got documentation, we're live, everyone knows. We're not cheating. Hooked the battery up for the first time in forever. Oh, there's no clutch. Forgot about that. We do need to bleed the clutch. I can't even push the clutch in. Okay, you ready? Yep. A lot of cranking.
Oh, you're gonna prime the pumps? and
Yeah, I figured I'd kill it and then reprime.
everything?
Okay, hopefully the radio shuts off forever. That'd be nice. Prime again. Okay, try again. Cycle the clutch. A lot of cranking so far.
Yeah, I didn't hear a hint of ignition.
I didn't either. I don't know why I can't turn the radio off, even after getting power. One more try. Way too much cranking for that to not start. Way too much. Oh. Okay. Well, coil packs are all good. ECUs, I guess the ECUs could maybe have to hook the scanner up. We do have the scanner sitting here. Let's see. Oh, it'll start. There's nothing wrong. We'll figure it out.
If I had to guess, I would say the car's trying to protect itself because it
Yeah.
thinks it's out of coolant. And
Yeah.
it defaults to just kill the engine.
Yeah, I do think it probably knows better. Like it knows that it should not be started with coolant. And with all these lights on, that's probably the whole thing. So it was worth a shot, that's for sure. But maybe we should probably do the coolant fill. It's time. Now, there's no grounding issues. It probably has a safety for no coolant. It was super upset. Tons of oil.
Man, it's crystal clear.
Beautiful oil. I wish we had an oil pressure gauge too. That'd be nice. No, I don't think there's everyone's just saying all these random things that make no sense. Like clearly the fuel pump did prime, and there's really not much else it can be. Are the main connectors for the DI? They're hooked up, right? The ones right here. That's the one thing we need to look at. You know those 8 pins or 10 pins? It's impossible to see them. Everything's there. It's got to be some kind of coolant safety, if I had to guess. Gotta be. Well, we have to go buy some coolant. That's kind of where we're at. There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, the turbos have nothing to do with it starting at all. Like that, they don't care. The engine doesn't care either. Oh, I mean, we could definitely crank a little bit more, but I think we need a coolant fill. Oh, hey, we should also probably refill power steering. I know it'll run for a second, but We got to put a little bit of Motul power steering fluid in this guy. And no, we're not going to fill this with water. It's going to be filled perfectly. So we've got 10 gallons of Motul MotoCool Expert, but Motul said that we needed to put MoCool in this. It's a great question if which one we're going to use. I think we should just go get the normal Audi coolant from O'Reilly's. Fill it. So now the turbos are in. We did what we said we were going to do on the stream here. We're probably gonna have to drop off stream because it's gonna take a minute to do the coolant fill. I don't know if you guys want to sit here with nothing going on for 15 minutes, but we've got a coolant vacuum system. We're gonna suck all vacuum on the coolant system up there and then fill it. Yeah, we think it should start without coolant. Should. And clearing the codes would probably help too. I mean, we can clear the codes. Not a big deal. We'll fire up the scanner. We will fire up the scanner real quick. Everyone's like, we'll wait. Do you really want to wait? Okay, scanner starting up. I'll turn the car back on because I got to do the VIN scan and all that good stuff. Here you go. Now you can see where I'm going. I guess this will tell us if the ECUs are responding. Diagnostics. Check. Auto VIN scan. Sorry, the beeps will stop in a second. (2008) R8 42. Yes. Okay, scanning the car real quick. 6 faults from the ECU. This thing was really unhappy about the battery being unhooked. Every single module is coming back with like almost the maximum number of faults.
Is it like have a theft fault?
It may be because it was unhooked for so long.
Immobilizer?
It could be. Intake manifold rudder control stuck open. Lost communication. These are all old. Hold on. The active ones are check DTC memory and engine control module 2. I'm going to go ahead and clear all real quick. Let's see where we end up. All right, we have 1 fault back, and I assume it's the ECU. Audi did say there is no way to start this without them like recoding it after. I don't know how much I believe that. It's almost done clearing all codes. Did you see the radio just rebooted? You hear that thump?
Yeah, with the amp.
Yeah. When you clear the radio codes, it gets mad. All right, all of this stuff's coming back with no codes now, so we're doing pretty good. Escape. Let's scan it one more time. Auto scan. We should have no faults from the ECUs.
It was in a self-protection mode.
It's possible. Okay, we're gonna cycle the key. Try one more time. We really need to bleed that clutch. That'll be fun. Service due. All right, you ready to try?
Yep.
Oh!
I heard a sputter.
It's alive! All right, you ready to do it again?
Yeah.
You might be ready to grab the laptop because I think it's gonna roll smoke out of this thing. All the oil. Oh, we should get the camera on.
Is roll smoke too?
Yeah. Bro, this is turning into the other roll smoke.
The other roll smoke. This is pretty awesome.
Yes. All right, we cleared the codes. It's gonna start this time. I'm sure it's gonna start this time. And then we're gonna shut it right back off until we can go get the vacuum tool and fill the coolant. So key cycle, clutch. There's no fluid in the clutch. So here we go. Oh. No fluid in the clutch, so here we go. Had to get the radio off.
Nice.
It ran. It ran. So
Success. Up high.
yeah, yeah. Now we got to go get coolant. I figured smoke was gonna roll out of this thing from all the oil. Let's go get some coolant and then actually work on this thing. Cool. Sweet. Well, guys, how's that? It lives. We definitely can't leave it running. That's all we needed was to make sure it test ran. It smells like nothing but oil. There's so much oil sitting in everything.
Yeah.
Woo!
Go to your house.
Yeah, good call. It probably just needed more time. Obviously, like this car's DI, so there's quite a bit to starting it because the lift pump or the main fuel pump has to run and get fuel pressure to the DI pumps, and then they have to pump everything into the DI.
It's got to build like 1,000 PSI.
Yeah,
A lot
800 to 1,000 PSI for fuel pressure.
Not just a
So,
little bit.
All the cars in my fleet right now, it's the scanner is an Autel MX-8 808. Thank you so much. Everyone's saying congrats. Thank you so much. What? Oh yeah, definitely open the door a little bit. I think we're good. We're like living in oil smoke right now. Yeah, living in it. But every car in the fleet is like the R8, the Samurai, the Fiat 500 Abarth, the Titan, the SRT10, the EXP, the 65 Ford, the Miata, the Volt, Roll Smoke, the Camaro. There's only one more. What's the other one? There's one more right now. Oh, there's the secret car. That one's right there. Fix It Philip, thank you so much for the super chat. And there is one more car.
Miata?
I said Miata.
Saab?
Saab. How do I forget the Saab 95? There you go. Okay, so it's alive. Now we need to get it on the ground. We got to bleed the clutch because there is the clutch just falls to the floor, and it's because it sat there and bled all the clutch fluid on the floor while the engine was out. So the Healy, we're still mid build. We have another video on the Healy, and then Josh put the fenders on 2 nights ago.
Yep.
So we're about to go. Well, I mean, it's on the list. We're gonna do it really soon.
We're just waiting on parts for that guy.
Yeah. The problem is parts are impossible to get because everyone that has Healy parts is closed due to everything going on. Thank you so much for the super chat, HTC J13. So stop buying cheap cars. Now we're gonna buy more cheap cars.
More cheap cars.
Cheap cars are
cheap cars.
the fun. Yeah. If you buy cheap cars, you don't end up buying an engine that costs more than a brand new Kia.
It's true.
Oh, is Moss open again? Look at that.
Moss is up.
Hey, thanks for your comment, Nad. You were answering all the questions. That's what we needed.
Yep.
Yeah, cheap cars coming up. We're not going to put a V10 in this. I bought a V10, SRT10 Viper truck.
Mm-hmm.
And hey, Patrick, Goldwing Ski-Doo scooter. No, we're doing the Ski-Doo scooter. It's out back right now. All right, guys. You got to see it start up on live. Thank you so much for watching. We are going to go get coolant now, fill it, and then go through our final things like bleeding the clutch and putting together some of the stuff. Obviously the hood latch and stuff can't just hang out back here. Thank you so much for your super chat, Jeff, too. Thank you guys so much for watching. And we got to go do a few more things.
Check final torque on
Yeah.
1,000,000 volts.
Exactly. We got to check over
Check for
bolts,
leaks.
bleed things. It's time for some new premium and then the coolant fill, which might take an hour. Yeah, we got to get off, unfortunately, because the battery's at 11%. So once again, thank you guys so much. I think the next video you're going to see on the channel will be the Viper truck, probably, because this, I'm going to combine it all into like one video to finish it up. And yeah, thanks for watching. Have a good day, guys.
I didn't think about these being fiberglass.